Albert Pujols is very exciting. Albert Pujols is set to manage the Dominican Republic national team in the World Baseball Classic. Very, very, very excited about this. We saw this coming. We knew he discussed and, mentioned wanting to manage at some level, probably at the major league level in the past, both immediately following his retirement. But then since then, we've heard things like this. This is the first real step forward, right? Because he has been managing in the Caribbean Series. This is now a much bigger stage with much bigger talent pool and much more difficult games. So that'll be really fun to watch. If you didn't already have 300 reasons to watch the World Baseball Classic, maybe this was 299 and 300, right? Like, of course your list is at least 290 reasons long. Ours is. So if you want to see what Albert Pujols has in his hip pocket, where his instinct can come into play with calling games and managing personalities, it's going to be really fun to watch. And he has made it clear. He says, quote, "I think being in Winter League this year, it just gave me the experience that I needed and to learn. And I think it prepared me for the big jump to manage in the big leagues." That's Albert Pujols' official position as of right now. Brad, do you think, is he ready for the big leagues?
I think so. Maybe. Here's the thing. Albert Pujols is one of those guys who is a baseball savant. I feel like he has so much baseball knowledge to offer. It's what we need to see with the WBC, and I understand that he led a team to win the Caribbean Series. Okay, see what he does at the WBC with a team that was horrendous in the last WBC. The DR did not show up. They were expected to be one of the favorites, and they just completely forgot to show up. Okay, and so take a look at what he does with that team and how he's able to manage egos in the clubhouse, which I don't know how hard that is with the DR and the WBC, but there's a lot of massive talent on that team.
Huge
and
talent.
I think playing for your country has a little bit of a different vibe than playing for your team when you're getting paid, right? Because you're going out collecting a paycheck. It's your job, whereas this is straight up playing for country pride. So I think that there might be a little bit of a different vibe there. But I'd be curious how he would manage clubhouse with egos. And I'd be curious about his approach, because he was so naturally talented and gifted as a baseball player and so good from day one that sometimes you see with those kind of guys, it's hard for them to relate to the grinders.
Yeah.
Right? You've got 2-3 guys on your team, if you're a really good team, that are just naturally talented ball players. Yes, they work hard.
Of course.
But that's because
that's
they get
part
it.
of why.
Right?
Right.
And right. But then you've got your grinders who also work hard, but just like the talent level is not at that A+ Hall of Fame tier. They're B+ everyday players, right? I'm curious how well he can relate to those guys, and that's what I would want to see. You're not going to get that at the WBC managing the Dominican Republic, right?
So,
and maybe that's what he got in the Caribbean Series. I don't know.
I was just going to say that. I think that he spent enough time in Major League Baseball as a leader, as a veteran, as a clubhouse guy, on teams that were good and on teams that were really bad. And I think he's got what it takes to really, say the right thing, make the right call, inspire the right way, motivate the right way. Different personalities. Lots of teams that he was on were packed with that B+ good enough everyday player. Now you give him a situation where there's tons of talent, maybe a little less hubris, a little more humility. I think you add to that this national pride thing, and you put them under the direction and tutelage of the guy they're all looking up to, and have been since they were in short pants, as Lee Lowenfish would say. I think given the right talent, that is a recipe for exquisite things to happen for the Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
And I think that tells us everything we need to know.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't want to say that he's not capable or ready, but I just, to me, there's a part of me that feels like managing the DR for him would be easier than it is for most guys, right?
Oh, I agree.
Because there's a natural level of respect, because he's kind of still a little bit their peer, and those guys, like you said, all looked up to him because probably their hero, half 3/4 of the guys in that clubhouse,
100%,
right?
Maybe
like,
more.
if I was playing for Team USA and Ken Griffey Jr. was the manager, I'd be like, yes sir, whatever you want, sir. Like
whatever you
want. If you tell me it's Easter, I'll go color some eggs. Like if that's what it takes, like I'll do whatever you want, right? Like that's that. But
yeah.
I think you get into a clubhouse, you get some younger guys, and I don't know. I think at this point everybody knows who Albert Pujols is, so maybe it's the same effect. But I would love to see it. Absolutely, 100% would love to see it.
I am too. So. I am here for it all day long.